We must reject the forces of evil, people whose only motivation is to prevent Raila Amolo Odinga from becoming president of Kenya. People whose only agenda is to see Prime Minister does not become president. If you ask them what they want after the Prime Minister fails to become president, their faces go blank. Because they don't have an agenda for Kenya. They have no vision for Kenya. But Raila Amolo Odinga has been consistent from his days as a university lecturer and engineer. Right through, he has spent more time in prison than any other Kenyan fighting for change. And if Kenyans are truly grateful, we will not be asking why. We are asking that we all unite to pass on the torch of leadership to him. If Kenyans really want to think, I beseech that we ask ourselves, who among this broad spectrum of gangsters, because that is what they are, can lead this country? Who is it that is not appealing to a tribe? So when I look here, Right Honorable Prime Minister, I see the face of Kenya. We are not going to allow the forces of opportunism and the forces of backwardness to intervene in the inevitable process of getting Kenya the change it deserves. Therefore, I am very happy, Right Honorable Prime Minister, to be part and parcel of forces across the tribal divide, forces being members of various political parties who are convinced that Kenya is indeed ripe for change. And who know, and are also persuaded, that when President Mwai Kibaki retires in a few months' time, the torch bearer for the new Kenya ought to be none other than Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga.
Now you can see there's a confluence. All the forces for change are coming together. As the forces of reaction, the forces of retrogression are regrouping, saying tuungane pamoja. I say, sawa, let them come together. But the other forces for progression, the forces of change are also coming together. As they group, these others will also group together. Because you're saying that the gains which have been made by the people of Kenya at the great sacrifice and pain shall not be compromised and surrendered to forces of reaction. We will move on together. We will march on together because we know where we come from. Everybody knows the dark days. The dark days when you dare not say, "Mwe, mwe ndani, mwe ndani." Everybody knows where we are. Everybody knows what had happened to freedom of expression, freedom of association, freedom of the media. And they know what kind of struggle it took to get this country where it is. They also know the kind of pain and sacrifice we've been through to get this new constitution. So to progress forward, we must get people who are committed and dedicated to the implementation of this new constitution. That's when we can consolidate the gains which have been made by the people of Kenya. If we surrender to the forces of reaction, we will have a repeat of what happened to us in 1964. In 1964, those same forces ganged up and trashed the democratic constitution which had come from Lancaster House and introduced a very centralized authoritarian system of government. And then they begin to question the president, Mtukufu Rais. Mtukufu Rais. You know in the Bible, Mtukufu ni nani? Mtukufu ni nani? It's a shame that 60% of the population of Nairobi live in slums. But no one is condemned to do so. This is the kind of thing that we want to build together jointly. And that's why this union with my friend Imanyara is useful. Putting him as the deputy patron of Fora. That's all.